A lot of men think she's attracted to them. Meanwhile, he's buying sex. And the crazy part, some men actually prefer it that way. Let's be honest for a second. A lot of men are buying sex, not always directly, not always legally, not always openly. But when there's a massive age gap, when lifestyle is being funded, when the trips, rent, bags, bills, and luxury are all coming from one side, what exactly do you think is happening? And before people get emotional, I'm not even judging it yet. I'm saying let's stop lying about it, because some men are walking around calling it love, when deep down they know it's leverage. You know what gives it away? The panic. The man feels like he constantly has to maintain the experience, the expensive dinners, the vacations, the gifts, the lifestyle, because he knows if the benefits disappear, there's a chance she disappears too. Now listen carefully. That doesn't automatically make her evil. A lot of these women are honest without saying it directly. Youth has value, beauty has value, attention has value, access has value. And a lot of men willingly participate because they want something too. They want to feel young again, desired again, important again, powerful again. Especially older men who feel invisible after divorce, rejection, loneliness, or years of grinding. That attention feels like oxygen. And this doesn't only happen with older men. Even a man that's 25, 30, or 35 dating someone who's 18 or barely into adulthood can end up in the same dynamic. Because in a lot of those situations, the relationship is still heavily built on exchange. She brings youth, beauty, energy, attention. He brings lifestyle, experience, money, access, stability. Again, that doesn't automatically make either person bad. But let's stop pretending both people usually enter those situations with the same level of emotional maturity or life experience. A lot of younger women are still figuring themselves out. A lot of men project depth onto attraction. That's where the confusion starts, because sometimes the man thinks, she really wants me. Meanwhile, she may simply want the experience attached to him. The trips, the environment, the lifestyle, the validation, the escape from struggling. And some men willingly play that role because it makes them feel needed. But here's where men hurt themselves. They start confusing access with genuine desire. Just because she sleeps with you doesn't mean she respects you. Just because she posts you doesn't mean she would struggle with you. Just because you can afford her doesn't mean you can keep her. And some men know this deep down. That's why they become controlling, jealous, possessive, suspicious. Because when a relationship is built mostly on transactions, you never fully relax. You always feel replaceable because you are. Some men don't realize you're not even the main guy. They're just part of a rotation. One man handles the luxury dinners, another handles emotional attention, another handles the bills, another handles the excitement in sex, another handles the networking and opportunities. And Deja's part? Every man thinks he's the one getting special treatment. Now, before people get offended, let's be honest. Men do versions of this too. Some men separate women into categories, one for fun, one for status, one for comfort, one for stability. So this isn't about blaming one gender. This is about understanding modern transactional dating for what it actually is. Because if you don't understand the role you're playing, you can end up over-investing in somebody who's only assigned you a temporary function. And let me say something most men won't admit publicly. Some men don't even want real intimacy anymore. Real intimacy requires vulnerability, patience, emotional consistency, accountability. Transactional relationships feel cleaner. You pay, you perform, you receive attention, everybody plays their role. No emotional risk, no deep investment, no true exposure. But eventually, that lifestyle creates emotional emptiness because admiration earned through money expires the moment the money slows down or disappears. So what's the solution? First, stop lying to yourself. If it's transactional, call it transactional. That honesty alone will save men from delusion. Second, build yourself into a man who doesn't need to purchase validation. That means purpose, discipline, health, social skills, confidence, emotional control. Because a man with internal values moves differently than a man trying to rent attraction. Third, learn the difference between genuine desire and lifestyle dependency. One survives hard times, the other disappears during inconvenience. And here's the reality. The right woman will appreciate your success, but will make your wallet the entire relationship. When a relationship is real, you don't constantly feel like you're performing for retention. You don't feel like an ATM. You don't feel like a sponsor. You don't feel like you're one missed payment away from being replaced. There's peace in knowing someone values the man, not just the benefits attached to him. And men need to start aiming for peace, not just access. A lot of men are not paying for sex. They're paying to avoid rejection, loneliness, aging, irrelevance, emotional risk. That's a real conversation nobody wants to have. If you're a man, understand the game before the game understands you. Because out there, too many men are financing an illusion when they should be building themselves. This is the outlet for men. Real talk for real men.